Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl B. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm giving you not one, not two, not three, but 4 makeup looks with one eyeshadow palette. I got this idea because I was looking at my makeup kit and I realized I had a lot of eyeshadow palettes that I haven't really touched in such a long time, and I was trying to think of a way to kind of use them up before I even think of buying new eyeshadow palettes. So this is one of the ideas that I came up with. I've seen a lot of videos like this on YouTube before, but I never really thought about it until now. By the way, if you don't already know me, my name is Bianca and I am a makeup artist posting all things beauty. So if that is the kind of content that you like to watch, then please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So let's start this video. For today's video, I'm going to be using the Lorac Pro Eyeshadow Palette. I did look them up because in my last video, I was talking about it and I wasn't really sure if they still existed, but they do. I just don't know if this palette still exists. Regardless, with whatever palette you have, if they're similar to the colors that I'm going to be using, you can use those. You don't have to have this exact palette. I'm just trying to hit pan. Well, I did actually hit pan on some of these colors, so I'm going to try to incorporate more of the other colors for these 4 looks. I'm just priming my eyes first with a little bit of concealer and blending that out with a brush. You can definitely use your fingers for this step. Then I'm going in with this medium neutral brown shade. I'm going to push in that color kind of like in a half circle. And I'm just using small little circular motions to blend that. Then I'm going in with the black shade. I'm gonna focus that product exactly where we placed that brown eyeshadow. But instead of directly going in windshield wiper motions, I'm blending it in the circular motion first. You don't want to spread this product too far. You just want it right into that crease. So as you can see, I focused most of the product here in the outer corner. If you feel like it didn't give enough pigment in the first time, definitely do the second time. Just be careful because if it gets too intense, it'll be harder to control. It really helps to raise your eyebrows so you can see the crease properly. And then I'm taking a blending brush that has absolutely no product on it, and I'm going to lightly blend the edges. Now I'm going to use a white base. If you don't have this, it's fine. You can use a lighter shade heavy concealer. I've just put a bit on the back of my hand, and using a carving brush, I'm going to pick up the product and I'm going to carve the shape out. I'm starting from the inner corner and I'm patting that product on. I'm really utilizing the shape of this brush to help me with the carve. My tip here is to start small and gradually build it up if you're not sure where to stop. I'm just filling in the shape that I'm already happy with. And then for the edge, I'm going to put it on a point sideways and just kind of flick it just like that, so it has a little bit of a blend and so that it's not an abrupt stop from the cut crease to the eyeshadow. I'm doing that to the rest of the sides. And then I'm wiping off the excess product so that we can go on to the next side. You want to make sure that the white base on your brush is not mixed with the eyeshadow from the previous eye, otherwise it's not going to look the same on this eye. Picking up a bit more product and tapping it once again to that area to really reinforce the opacity of the base and blending sideways. This part doesn't have to be perfect because we're anyways gonna go on top of this with a powder eyeshadow. Now I'm just looking back and kind of comparing the two to see the shape of it, and then I'm gonna take a bit more product and fix it accordingly. I feel like this one is much more of an abrupt stop than this one, so I'm just going to make it more softer by extending it a little bit. We're officially done with cutting the crease. Don't worry if you feel like it's not perfect in its shape yet because we're still gonna go in with a powder eyeshadow to set it. I'm now taking a small precise flat brush and I'm going in with this white shade right here. And I'm just setting that powder as you would your concealer. If you want to make any corrections, this is the last time that you can do that. If you're doing this look and you don't want it to be completely matte like I'm doing right now, you can definitely change it up. You can use a shimmer as well. It's completely up to you. I'm going back in with that medium neutral brown shade, and in between of the black and the white shade, we are going to blend the two together with small circular motions. And you can do that for the outers as well. Now that you have the basis of your whole eye look, you can definitely make it more intense outside if you want to. Usually I always like my eyes to be a bit more intense, so I will definitely be touching up on that black. Blending eyeshadows like this is not really hard. I know it seems intimidating, but as long as you have a light hand, it's not going to ruin anything. Now that the blend is done, you can see that this eye is a little bit patchy with the black and this one is more blended. So I'm taking a smaller smudging brush, which is very precise, and I'm picking up that black and going in to touch up on it. I'm using small circular motions so that while I'm intensifying the look, I'm also blending it into that brown that we had already put on. Going back with that eyeshadow that we had used for the medium neutral brown, I'm just gonna make that softer at the edges and in the inner edge as well. And now I'm not adding any product onto this. It's the same brush that we had used for the white eyeshadow. I'm just blending that white outwards. Again, using the same trick with the empty blending brush. I'm just smoothing out the edges. Moving on to the bottom, I am taking this dark neutral brown with a smudging brush and I'm applying it as close as I can to my waterline. I'm focusing most of the pigment onto the outer corner and then dragging it in. You can join it with the black eyeshadow above as well if you'd like, so it has a more cohesive look. To pair with the white eyeshadow, we're going to go in with a nude eyeliner and we're going to apply that into the waterline. Can you see the difference it makes? And that is it for the eyeshadow. I'm going to quickly put my lashes on. If you're wondering why my lips are so pigmented today, it's because I just tried a lip tint. The product review will be going up soon. So in addition to the lashes, I'm also going to put a nude lip to match this eyeshadow. I'm back and this is how it looks like. Honestly, the lashes make such a huge difference. I did the mascara on the lower lashes as usual. And for the lip, I combined Gerard Cosmetics lip pencil in the shade Sure with the Fresh Gloss Lip Balm in Burberry in the shade Sweet Plum number 5. For the next look, I'm going to be giving you a smoky eye. I do already have an easy to follow detailed tutorial on how to do a black smoky eye, but today we're going to do the exact same look, but instead of black, we're going to use this color right here. So I'm going to breeze through this look because I already have a detailed one up. Using the Ico shadow liner, I'm going to go in for the base. And now I'm just roughly blending it. For this step, you don't have to be so precise. We're just trying to spread the product around. And now we're setting it and packing on the pigment. Once again, I'm just roughly blending the outer edges with my flat brush. If you're going for a grungy look, you can actually leave this as it is, or you can use a transition color just like this one. And this time we're using a blending brush to blend it out. For the first transition color, we used a dark neutral brown, and for the next one, we're using a medium neutral brown just to make sure that everything is blended to perfection. Once we're done with that, we're going in with the cream product once again and tightlining our waterline up and down. Then using a smudging brush, we're just going to smudge any remaining product and then set it with the dark neutral brown. Now that I've finished the top and the bottom, I'm just going to touch up a little bit on that slate shade in the center, and if I want to, then I'm going to intensify it with a black color. I'm just tapping that into the innermost center of the look. So you can leave it like this, or you can intensify this look even further. I'm taking a tiny smudging brush that is pointed, dipping one time into that black and making sure to tap off the excess, and just in the corners, precisely apply the black wherever you want to intensify the look. I'm just patting that pigment in, and then I'm going to clean off any of that product. Using the same brush, I'm going to blend in very tiny circular motions because we don't want to ruin the overall blend. If you use a blending brush for this step, it could flare out the pigment, which is not what we want in this look, because the focus is on the slate shade, not on the black. For the nude lip, I've combined this lip liner with this lipstick. This is the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in the shade Curvy, and the By Terry Hyaluronic Sheer Nude in the shade 5N Flush Contour. We're starting off with concealer for the base. I wanted to do something light for the eyes this time with more emphasis on the lips, and that's why I've got a pink bold lip going on right now. I'm just blending that out. As usual, you can use your fingers for this step. You don't need any precision for this. I'm picking up this mauve color right here, and I'm gonna put that into the outer corners. I'm just blending that out a little bit with small circular motions. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just dragging that into the center. Picking up that product once again, now we're going to do the same thing onto the inner corner. So what we're trying to do here is achieve a halo eyeshadow style. So you can see I'm just packing that on and then blending. My only advice here is to try not to go too close to your inner corner or inner crease because you don't want to give an illusion of your eyes being too close together. I'm trying to intensify that color, so I'm just packing the same eyeshadow where I think it needs a bit more intensity. Now I'm grabbing a small flat eyeshadow brush and we're going in with that light pink. And I'm placing that onto the center of that halo. I'm kind of tapping it in circular motions and building up the product. And if you think that you've gone too much to the side, you can just use the same blending brush that we used a while ago without any product, just blending that out. And then I'm going in with this nude shimmer shade and just going over that light pink. This is gonna give dimension to your halo eye. So that's gonna be where the light hits first, and it's gonna give a proper halo illusion. If you think that you've gone way too high with that light pink or that shimmer, then you can go back to your blending brush and just lightly go over your eye socket without any product. This will just diffuse that product there. Okay, so I quickly did this side off cam because to be able to explain it, you need to know how it's supposed to look like. I did not use any eyeliner for this step. I only used the eyeshadow palette, and it's giving me foxy, smoky eyeliner vibes. Going in with my Anastasia brush with the smudging side, I'm dipping into the dark neutral brown, and this is gonna depend on your eye shape. So if I open my eyes wide, you can see that I have a very strong curve downwards from the outer part of my eye, and the part where my eyelid is the most flattest is in the middle of my eye. So I am gonna push that product starting from that part, and the good thing with using powder for this step is that you can build the product and you don't have to be so precise like you have to be when you're using liquid eyeliner. I'm slowly building that product up, so you can see right now just with that little amount of product that my eye has kind of lifted up, and that's the illusion that I'm trying to bring with this step. I'm not bringing any of the product into the inner corner. And then once you're happy with the placement and the shape, you can start to wing it out just by flicking the product outwards. So now you can see when I'm closing my eyes from the inner corner until the wing that I've made out, it's more flat and it gives the illusion of a lifted fox eye. I'm also bringing that pigment onto the outer half of my bottom under eye, and it's kind of joined into this wing that we've made over here. Okay, so now I'm looking directly at the mirror and just looking at the shape if they're equal, if I'm happy with it, and I am. We're gonna further intensify it by dipping into the black shade. We're not gonna put it on the entire wing, just the innermost part of the wing, so that it has that kind of smoky effect, a little bit brown on the outer part of the wing and on the inner a black color. The good thing is that if you make any mistakes, it's fine. It's such an easy fix because this is all powder. So now it is completely up to you if you want to make it longer, shorter, thicker, thinner. It really depends on your preference and your eye shape, as I had mentioned. To finish off the look, I'm gonna go in my waterline with my nude eyeliner, add the mascara and lashes, and we're good to go. Alright, so I'm back. As per usual, I've done my bottom lashes, mascara, my falsies. For my lips, this is the combination that I used. This is the Jared Cosmetics lip pencil in Melrose Place, along with Fenty Beauty's Stunna lip paint in Uncuffed. I was feeling like the look was a little too plain, so I did add a little bit of this Huda Beauty gloss, which is my fave, on top of the lip combo. So you can leave it like this, or you can add a little bit of glitter. So I went through my makeup kit and I found this and patting it right at the center. That is so pretty. To complete the whole look, I'm gonna set it with a little bit of this, so it gives me that hydrating glow. And that's officially it with this look. I'm officially done. No more adding extra product. Okay, so for the last look, I'm gonna take it easy on you guys. I've given you a cut crease, a smoky eye. I've given you a light look as well, but we did do a smoky liner with that, so it was still a little bit technical. But for this last look, you're going to love me because it's going to be the easiest out of all of them. We are gonna be using just one shade. The shade that we're going in with is this one called Garnet. It's like a rusty reddish brown with a little bit of shimmer, but not too much, so it makes it perfect to actually blend out as a transition color as well. So we start off first once again by priming the lids. You can use your finger for this step, but I like to use a brush. So let's get right into it. I'm focusing most of the pigment into the center and I'm just packing that on. As I'm blending it outwards and patting it in circular motions, it's kind of getting blended by itself already. But if it's not working that way for you, no worries, because we're gonna go in with a blending brush after this. I've just basically packed on the pigment as much as I could. Again, it is completely up to you where you want to stop. If you want to keep it low like this or high like this, completely up to you and your eye shape. For example, for me, I feel like this makes my eye smaller as opposed to this side. And so that's why I'm spreading it out until my sockets. And then we're using a blending brush that has no product on it whatsoever. And in circular motions, we're just going to blend that outer perimeter of the eyeshadow that we had just put on. If you notice, I didn't focus too much product here onto the inner corner. I didn't want my eyes to appear so close set, so I've avoided going too close into that area. I'm not touching any of the pigment in the middle, just the outer perimeter, and just smoking that out. This is hands down the most easiest eye look I've ever done. And I know I said that for the smoky eye, but considering that this is only one shade, this wins hands down. If you feel like you've gone way too much into the center and the pigment has gone, you can go back in and build up on that pigment. And that's it. We're done with the top lid. I'm taking a small smudging brush and we're gonna blend this color sideways into our waterline. If you have fine lines underneath your eyes, then I would skip this step because usually shimmers and shine accentuate fine lines. Instead, I would actually go for a matte darker shade that would closely match to what we have up on top. As usual, I've joined the bottom color to the top, so it's easier for me to blend them out together. And that's it. So I'll be right back with the lashes. So this is the final look, along with the mascara at the bottom lashes as per usual. I've also put in some black into my waterline just to intensify the look a little bit, but no other additional shadows. This look was screaming a rich money vibe, so I just had to pair it with a pair of gold earrings just to complete the look. Not much of an accessories girl, but this was really calling for some accessories. For my lip combo, I used a total of 3 products. The first product is the Gucci lip liner in the shade Bordeaux 06. Then I topped it off with Sunny's Face Fluff Matte in the shade Major. And then I topped it off with this gloss, which is also from Gucci. This just gives a little bit of shine without shimmer and also gives me extra hydration. All of those products together gives this lip dimension, and it's not just a flat red lip. And with this last look, we are finally done with this video. This was so much fun, but it literally took me 4 days to finish filming this. So please let me know in the comments below. If you guys like it, I'll keep doing it. But if not, I'll probably won't continue just because of the editing process. I just know that this is gonna take me days to finish. But overall, I had fun with it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!